Welcome students, 12th standard biology, sexual reproduction in plants. Today we will discuss about reproduction in plants. It is a female reproductive part, gynoecium. In that we will discuss about the structure of ovule, that is megasporangium, and the types of ovules, then the development of ovary, that is called megasporogenesis, and the development of monosporic embryo sac. First we will discuss about the female reproductive part, that is the gynoecium. Gynoecium represents the female reproductive part of the flower. The word gynoecium represents one or more pistils of a flower. The word pistil refers to the ovary, style and stigma. The pistil is derived from a carpel. The word ovary represents the part that contains the ovules. The stigma serves as a landing platform for pollen grains. The style is the elongated, slender part beneath the stigma. The basal swollen part of the pistil is the ovary. Inside the ovary you can see the ovules. Gynoecium, that is the carpel, arises as a small papillary outgrowth of the meristematic tissue from the growing tip to the floral plymodium. It grows actively and soon gets differentiated into ovary, style and stigma. The ovules or megasporangia arise from the placenta. The number of ovules in the ovary may be 1, example paddy, wheat and mango, or many in papaya, watermelon and in orchids. Now we will see the structure of the ovules, that is megasporangium. In the diagram you can see the parts: integument, nucellus, micropyle, chalaza, raphe, funicle. All these parts you can see very clearly, and this may be your practical slide. You can expect this for your practical exam also. First, the integument. Ovule is also called megasporangium and is protected by a covering called integument. And inside you have got a nucellus. The body of the ovule is made up of central mass of parenchyma tissue as large reserve food materials in this. The nucellus is enveloped by one or two protective covering called the integument, and the stalk of the ovule is called the funicle. What is a hilum? The part which is attaching the funicle to the body of the ovule. It represents the junction between ovule and the funicle. What is raphe? It is in the inverted ovule. The funicle is adnate to the body of the ovule, forming a ridge. This part is called the raphe. And what is a chalaza? The basal region of the body of the ovule, where the nucellus, the integument and the funicle meet or merge. This part is called the chalaza. What is micropyle? The integument encloses the entire nucellus, and at only one place they form a pore. The ovule with one or two integuments are said to be unitegmic, and with the two integuments are called bitegmic. Now we will see about the embryo sac or female gametophyte. It may be oval or sac-like structure in the nucellus towards the micropyle or end. It develops from the functional megaspore formed within the nucellus. Now we will discuss about the structure of the ovule. And the covering is called the endothelium or integumentary tapetum. In some species, unitegmic or tenunucellate, the inner layer of the integument may become specialized to perform the nutritive function for the embryo sac. Example for this is Asteraceae. This may be a 2-mark question. What is endothelium or integumentary tapetum? You have to write the example as Asteraceae. Then there are two different types of, based upon the position of the sporogenous cell, there are two different types of ovule. One is tenunucellate, another one is crassinucellate. If the sporogenous cell is hypodermal with a single type of nucellar tissue around it, and they have with a small amount of nucellus, this is called tenunucellate. If they are fairly with a large amount of nucellus, it is crassinucellate, but the ovules with subhypodermal sporogenous cells. And there are two more parts in this ovule. One is hypostase, another one is epistase. Group of cells found at the base of the ovule between the chalaza and the embryo sac is called the hypostase. And what is epistase? The thick-walled cells found above the micropylar end and above the embryo sac is called the epistase. You may be asked to write about hypostase and epistase as 2-mark question. Next we will see about what are the types of ovules. Each type can be asked as a 2-mark or 3-mark question with a diagram, and you have to give example for this also. The ovules are classified into 6 main types based on the orientation, form and position of the micropylar respect to the funicle and chalaza. They are, the first type is called orthotropous. In this diagram you can see very clearly the micropyle is at the distal end and the micropyle, the funicle and chalaza lie in the very straight line. This is called orthotropous ovule. Example is Piperacea and Polygonaceae. And what is anatropous ovule means? The body of the ovule becomes completely inverted so that the micropyle and funicle comes very close to each other. This type of ovule you can see in dicots and monocots. Then the third type is called hemianatropous. In this the body of the ovule is placed transversely and the funicle will be right angle. This type is called hemianatropous. Example is Primulaceae. And the next type is campylotropous. The body of the ovule at the micropylar end is curved and more or less like a bean shaped. The embryo is slightly curved. All the three, hilum, micropyle and chalaza, are adjacent to one another with the micropyle oriented towards the placenta. Example for this campylotropous is Leguminaceae. And the next type is called amphitropous. The distance between the hilum and chalaza is less. The curvature of the ovule leads to horseshoe shaped structure. Example Alismataceae. And the last type of the ovule is called sarcinotropous, in that the integument is very long and surrounds the nucellus. This type is called sarcinotropous. Example for this is Cactaceae. The types of ovule you can expect as a 5-mark question also. So you have to give the diagram and you have to give the examples also. Next we have discussed about microsporogenesis. Now we will see about the megasporogenesis. The process of development of the megaspore from the megaspore mother cell is called megasporogenesis. What is archisporium? Already you have seen the same archisporium in microsporogenesis also. What is archisporium means? As the ovule develops, a single hypodermal cell in the nucellus becomes an enlarged and functions megaspore mother cell. In some plants, the archisporium cell may directly functions. It may undergo transverse division to produce outer primary parietal cell and inner primary sporogenous cell. The primary parietal cell may remain undivided or divide by few periclinal and anticlinal divisions to produce the primary sporogenous cell deep into the nucellus. The primary sporogenous cells functions as megaspore mother cell. The megaspore mother cell undergoes meiotic division to produce 4 haploid megaspores. And based on the number of the megaspore that develop into the embryo sac, 3 main types are there. They are monosporic, bisporic and tetrasporic. What is monosporic means? The functional megaspore forms the female gametophyte or embryo sac. Example for this is Polygonum. Bisporic means of the 4 megaspores, 2 are involved in the sac formation, and this is example for this is Ellium. And tetrasporic means if all the 4 megaspores are involved in embryo sac formation, the development is called tetrasporic. Example for this is Peperomia. Any one can be asked as a 2-mark question. The megaspores are usually arranged in a linear tetrad. Of the 4 megaspore formed, usually the chalaza one is functional, other 3 megaspores may degenerate. An ovule generally has a single embryo sac, that is the Polygonum type. In this diagram, you can see the development of embryo sac. At first, the nucellus will be present and one cell will become an archisporial cell which divides to produce the outer parietal cell and inner sporogenous cell. And this in the middle you can see nuclear division and the 4 nucleus will be formed, and finally in the Polygonum type you can see 8 nucleated but 7 celled nucellus will be formed. Embryo sac will be formed. And how is the development of monosporic embryo sac? Monosporic example is Polygonum type. To describe the stage in the embryo sac, the development and organization of the simplest monosporic type of development we can discuss now. The functional megaspore is the first cell of the embryo sac or female gametophyte. The megaspore elongates along micropylar end and chalazal end. In the middle you can see a vacuole, and a nuclear undergoes a mitotic division at both the sides. The wall formation does not exist in between the 2 nucleus. A large central vacuole now appears between the 2 daughter nucleus. The vacuole expands and pushes the nucleus to the opposite poles. Both the nuclei divide twice mitotically, forming 4 nucleus at both the ends. Chalazal end 4 nucleus and micropylar end 4 nucleus. After the last nuclear division, the cell undergoes appreciable elongation, assuming a sac-like appearance. And you can see the development of monosporic embryo sac here. The 4 nuclei of the micropylar end of the embryo sac, 3 organize into egg apparatus, and the 4th one will come to the middle and they act as a first polar body. And from the base, 3 nuclei of the chalazal end form a 3 antipodal cells, whereas the 4th one also come to the center. Depending on the plant, the 2 polar nuclei may remain or free. They may fuse to form a secondary nucleus that is called the central cell. And the egg apparatus is made up of a central egg cell and which is surrounded by 2 synergids, one on each side of the egg cell. Thus, what is the function of the synergy means they secrete a chemical substance to help to attract the pollen tube. The special cellular thickening called filiform apparatus of synergids help in the absorption, conduction of the nutrients from the nucellus to the embryo sac. It also guides the pollen tube into the egg. Thus, in the embryo sac, you can see 7 celled stage, but it is with 8 nucleate condition. This is a polygonum type. You can expect this diagram, and also they may ask the question as explain about the development of monosporic embryo sac also. Thank you, students. The expected question is types of ovules. Thank you.